What I want to show you in this video is that there are lots of ways for us to find all the factors of a number, and not just numbers that we've been seeing like in our Licorice Factory sheet where we're finding prime number factors. Now we're going to really think about how to find all the factors of a number. That's really key. So I really like to be organized and do things in a way that I know for sure that I have all the answers that I need. So let's take an example like number 20. What I do is I make a T-chart, and I call it a T-chart because it's just in the shape of a T, and I find all the factor pairs that go into 20. But I always start with 1. That way I won't forget it. If 1 goes in 20 times, and then I just ask myself, what's the next number that is a factor of 20? 20 is even, so I know 2 goes in, and 2 times 10 is 20. 3 doesn't go in, so I can pass that one. 4 goes in 5 times. What I can see when I do this is I know I've gone through all of the factor pairs that could possibly get me to 20, because I see that these 4 and 5 are right next to each other. So that means if the next number I would try would be 5, and that's already on this side of the column. So I'm all finished. So these numbers right here, 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5 are all my factor pairs of 20. Here's another couple examples for you. I'm going to take, let's go with 24. 24, as you know, just from doing our Licorice Factory sheet, had a ton of factors, or prime factors that went into it. So let's see about this. Again, I always start with 1, and it's going to be the number itself. 24 is even, so 2 goes in. 2 goes in 12 times. Next, I'm going to try 3. 3 goes in 8 times. I try 4. Again, I just want you to notice, I'm just going in order, and I'm just trying all the numbers that I can. 4 goes in 6 times. And the next number I would try is 5. And 5 is not going to go in, so I know that these are all of my factor pairs of 24. Okay, then I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try 2 of them on this one. I'm going to try 36, because this one's a really fun one. Same process again, 1 and 36, 2 and 18. And if you're not sure how many times 2 goes into 36, you can break it, right, into 30 and 6. 2 goes into 30 15 times. 2 goes into 6 3 times. So we know it goes in 18 times. Okay, so 3 goes in 12 times. 4 goes in 9 times. And 6 goes in 6 times. So now I know that, again, I'm all finished because of that 6 next to that 6. And so that means I'm all done. Last one I want to show you is just something that's a little bit longer. You can totally do this. You guys are great with thinking about factors, so I'm fully confident that you could do this too. And then when you're doing your homework this weekend, just watch this video if you have any questions while you're working. Okay, so 1 and 120. 2, or just half, is 60. 3 is 40. 4 is 30. Can you already see that the numbers are getting closer to each other? The factor pairs are getting a lot closer, so we know that we're getting closer to when we're going to be all done. 5 goes in 24. 6 goes into 20. 7's not going to go in. 8 will go in 15. Something that I do sometimes what I use as a shortcut is I'll say to myself, okay, if 4 went in 30 times, then I know if I'm going to, then 8's going to go in 15. Like I use these as shortcuts. I'm going to finish. So because I'm saying, this is twice as much, so this is going to be half as much, so it'll get to the same number, if that helps. 8 and 15, and then do I have 9? Nope, because 1 plus 2 plus 0. Remember our divisibility rules here. That's only going to get us to 3, not to 9. So 9, 10 is going to go in 12 times. So I'm going to sneak that down here at the bottom, 10 and 12. The only other number I'd have to check is 11, and 11 isn't going to go in. So I'm all finished. So using these T-charts, really helpful. If you have any questions, go back and watch them again. And while you're doing your homework, feel free to have the video up or this last picture to help you out. All right, I know you're going to do really well, and I'll see you in class. on Monday. Have a great weekend.